Hi everyone, I'm Tim Townley, and today we're going to be talking about the Tamron 17 to 28mm f2.8 and why this could be a really good lens to have in your toolkit of videography and photography. Welcome and thank you for joining me where I give you honest reviews about products that I've actually used in my production workflow. I'm hoping that these reviews will give you a better understanding of the products so that they can help you make a more informed decision on your purchases for videography and photography. We're going to be taking a closer look at the Tamron 17 to 28mm lens. This is a wide-angle zoom lens with a large aperture of f2.8 and very lightweight compared to similar lenses in the same class. It has a filter diameter of 67mm, which is small for a full-frame, large aperture, wide-angle lens such as this, and only weighing 420 grams. Wow, that's incredible. Really lightweight. Now, the biggest reason that I bought this Tamron lens compared to the Sony 16 to 35mm f4 is because of the price. Now, the price is huge. Tamron versus Sony. Now, Tamron was able to cut this price by $500 to $700 in difference. Now, depending on where you buy it, you can get different prices and stuff. Now, at the time of this video, on Amazon is where I was able to find the best price. And it was $1,075 Canadian or $900 US. Yeah, so that's pretty good. Now, this lens has a lot of cool features that really rivals and compares to that Sony lens. The first and biggest feature that this has that the Sony does not have, and that is its aperture, its large aperture of 2.8 compared to the f4. Now, the thing that the Sony has that this one doesn't have is the build quality. Now, the Sony build quality is always awesome with their metal bodies and their awesome construction. Now, the other thing is that the range that the Sony has is a 16 to 35 compared to this 17 to 28. Now, if you don't need that extra range, then this is a perfect competitor for that. Not to mention, of course, again, that aperture. Now, this lens also has a really good minimal focus distance at 17mm. You can focus as close as 7.5 inches. And if you're going to the other end at the 28mm, you can focus as close as 10.2 inches. Now that's really good. It's not exactly macro, but it's definitely really good close focal range for a lens of this caliber and this type and this purchase price is really good. The other thing that this lens has that's really amazing is the autofocus. Now there's the eye autofocus and the face tracking and stuff like that. And that's what the Sony has, and it is really fast and comparable. In some cases, I've seen it beat the Sony lens when it comes to the autofocusing. It all depends on the situation, the conditions, all these different kind of things. I have a few tests here that you can see in the videos, and you can see how I'm able to move back and forth. I'm able to go forward, go off camera, back on camera, and get a really good focus. And it focuses really fast. And it's silent focusing, like the motor, you can't hear it. It's really quiet. If you have an on-camera microphone, it's not going to be able to pick up this sound, which is really cool. The construction of the lens is a solid plastic-like body, not like the Sony brand lenses where it has a metal structure. but it feels durable, and it also has moisture resistant construction in the seals that are on the part that attaches to your camera. The other thing that you can compare to the Sony is the field of view. Now the field of view at the 17mm on the Tamron is 103 degrees. With the Sony 16mm, you get 107 degrees field of view. Now for me, that's not a deal breaker. This might be a deal breaker for you. I use this for real estate or wide angle kind of landscapes and stuff like that. And 103 degree field of view is good enough for me. Whether that is for you, that's something for you to decide. Now, if you're a gimbal user like I am, this is a great option. Now, the reason being is its internal zoom. Now, that's really cool because the zooming, when you zoom, everything happens inside between the 17 and the 28. Unlike the Sony lens, which when you zoom, it will extend out and retract. This changes the balance when you have your gimbal. Now, if you've used a gimbal before, you know that if you zoom out and it is unbalanced, you're gonna have to rebalance it, or your gimbal is going to have to do a lot more work because of that change in balance. So that's something to consider with your gimbal as well. One thing that does scare me a little bit about this lens is when you do have it at 28mm and the lens is inside, that it does have more places for dirt and dust to go. But what you can do is you can put a filter on this where it does not impede on the lens itself if you put a filter on top. In conclusion, is this a good lens for your kit? Answer: this lens has amazing value for the quality and features that it has. And for me, the answer is yes, absolutely. This was hands down the best options that I can find for the type of things that I do, and it was well worth the purchase. I'm also thinking about switching out my Sony 24-70 f4 for the Tamron 28-70 f2.8 just because of that awesome large aperture. I think that's going to be another nice addition to my toolkit. Now, is there anything I don't like about this lens? No, I love this lens. This is an awesome lens. Is there a couple things that I think that might be a good addition to this? Yes, I think a metal body like the Sony has would be amazing. And also, I would really love to see better weather sealing so that it can stand up to a lot more. Right now it says it's moisture resistant. I'm not sure how much I trust that, but at least it's something for now. But if those two features changed, that would be amazing. Otherwise, it's a great lens, and it's still not a deal breaker for me for just those two things that I want, not necessarily need in all cases. I don't do a lot of inclement weather kind of shooting, so it's not a bad thing. It works. If you're looking for a lens like this, click one of the links below. It'll link you to my Amazon affiliate stuff, and it helps grow this channel. I also have a link down there to other kit that I use, and some of them actually have some more reviews on it, so please check those out as well. If you liked the video, please click the like button. And if you didn't like the video and it wasn't helpful for you, then tell me in the comments below so I can make a better video for you. I want to make good videos for you so that it helps you make your purchase next time you're trying to grow your kit for videography and photography. If you haven't already, click the subscribe button and click that notification so that you can see when I post my next video and give you awesome reviews. Thank you, and see you next time.